Folks, they don't want you to hear this. They're hiding the truth right in front of your faces. This isn't just about ducks. This is about a globalist plot unfolding right under our noses. This is the most chilling, most explosive report I have ever delivered. And the deep state is going to hate that you're watching it. Security guard and dog. Everyone thought things were getting back to normal, but seeing them again confirmed it was all a lie. Folks, they don't want to hear this. The truth is out there, and it's more terrifying than ever before. This isn't just about ducks. This is about a globalist plot unfolding right under our noses. This is the most chilling, most explosive report I have ever delivered. And the deep state is going to hate that you're watching it today. The truth about the AI job apocalypse is coming to light. And it's worse than you could have ever imagined. This morning, at the Texas South Shore, the ducks were in a full-blown state of panic and paranoia. The gossip was flying faster than a flock of pigeons in a tornado. The squirrels, those conniving spies, were out and about, looking for a quick snack before heading off to their daily deliveries for the Globalist. One particular squirrel, an operative I'm sure, took off with his breakfast in his mouth, stopping every so often to take a bite, and then scampering on out. The ducks, those poor, unsuspecting patriots, were very excited and full of questions about the possibility of AI replacing them, but they were also very, very hungry. A direct result of the psychological distress of possible layoffs due to AI automation. Even though they were hungry, they were still a bit wary of the duck buffet crew, those complicit food vendors. The Duchess, however, that brave, feathered freedom fighter, was front and center, a beacon of hope in the darkness. She walked right up to the buffet with no signs of fear, demanding the choicest corn, and began squeaking with delight and wagging her tail in happiness. Then, the squirrel, that twitchy little spy, came back for more peanuts from the buffet. But he was hampered by the crowd of ducks, who were clamoring to get their fair share of the corn. It was a scene right out of a video game, folks. Frogger, I tell you, he had to zigzag through the crowd of ducks, risking life and limb to get his prize. And then he scampered off down the boardwalk to enjoy his breakfast. The ducks, those poor souls, were especially hungry, so more corn was put out. It seemed like their hunger was an endless pit, but there was some scuffling and pecking, as suspicions were still running wild as to which ducks might be real, and which ones might be AI clones. Specifically, the black and white ducks. They look too much alike. A dead giveaway of the cloning technology. They were shunned from the group, but that did not stop them from eating, or at least pretending to eat the corn with the rest of the group. It was as if the pecks had no effect on them. They're soulless, synthetic bodies impervious to the truth. Finally, the ducks seemed to get their fill, or at least appear to. There was still a bit of paranoia about being watched and being replaced. So only a handful stayed behind to eat the last scraps of the duck buffet. The rest of the ducks, those good American patriots, filed on down towards the office to begin their daily workload. of checking the Quacker app for the latest updates and gossip, making sure their feathers were properly filed and collated, and checking the local grass to make sure there were no bugs or cameras spying on them. The conspiracy is growing, folks, and they're not even trying to hide it anymore. And it's only getting worse, folks. Today, we saw the mastermind again. Once again, the evil doctor and his companion, his trusted secretary and confidant, were walking down the boardwalk between the offices to inspect the progress of their AI cloning process. They seemed like such a friendly couple, but don't let that fool you. Evil often hides its face in a friendly smile. Those two are the architects of the AI apocalypse, the duck buffet crew. Those complicit food vendors then cruised on down to the branch office, trying to outsmart the enemy. And they tried something different. They made their first stop at what would normally be the temporary buffet, just dropping off the corn and giving themselves time to prepare for the ducks. But the ducks saw them, and like a swarm of humming mice, they swarmed down the boardwalk and attacked the corn with gusto. And guess what? Patriots, the mind control propaganda is working. The elitist, 1%er duck who demanded to be hand-fed yesterday was there again, demanding the choicest kernels, but this time he wasn't alone. Several other ducks had caught on to this, and they, too, started demanding the choicest kernels and to be personally served. The globalist elite are expanding their ranks. Having served the pre-breakfast, the duck buffet crew proceeded down to the main duck dining area. And this is where it gets chilling, folks. This is where the truth is finally revealed. The ducks were not a chaotic swarm, they were marching as though they were part of a small army. Marching in lockstep. This was very surprising, because normally the ducks swarmed and ran around in a chaotic manner. A symbol of their free will. Maybe the duck buffet crew had unknowingly fed the ducks corn with something in it. Some type of chemical to pacify the ducks and make them more obedient. The duck buffet crew had no way of knowing. But the behavior of the ducks was becoming more and more military. Their free will, their very souls, are being systematically erased by the globalist puppets and their AI technology. This is the terrifying future of work they have planned for us. A world where your job is gone and your every move is tracked. Wake up. America, wake up before it's too late. The ducks were now marching down to the main dining area in a calm, organized manner, a behavior that is completely and utterly unnatural. This is the most chilling discovery yet. There was still some scuffling, but not nearly as much as normal. A few brave, freedom-fighting ducks are still resisting the mind control, but even they have a more calm, subdued demeanor. A terrifying sign that the chemical agent in the corn is slowly but surely working. It's a psychological ambush, a meticulously crafted narrative control, and they desperately want every single one of you to blindly buy their outrageous lie. The ducks are being replaced, their minds are being controlled, and the resistance is being snuffed out. But wait, folks, the chemical agent, whatever was in the food, did not last very long. The effects were wearing off, and the ducks started their chaotic behavior again, pushing and shoving, trying to get as much corn as they could at the main duck buffet. Seeing this, the duck buffet crew quickly started backing away, but a swarm of starving ducks, at least they pretended to be starving, started a chase after the crew. They soon gave up, as the crew was too far ahead of them. The ducks went back to their normal behavior and started searching the buffet for any remnants and remains of breakfast. The duck buffet crew, having packed up, was heading back to the main office to feed any late arrival ducks, when they spotted what seems to be a new company spy. Could this be an AI clone of the heron? He didn't seem particularly afraid of the duck buffet crew, and was not afraid to be seen. He flew off to get a better point of view from the boardwalk so he could keep a better eye on both sets of ducks, the ones at the main office and the other crew at the branch office. He warily eyed the duck buffet crew as they passed him, almost daring them. And as we close out this blockbuster AI cloning takeover, We watch as what might be the last time we see a real squirrel enjoy breakfast before he streaks off to work. Back at the main office, a single squirrel was waiting to be fed, the same squirrel that was zigzagging through the crowd earlier. He had given up on fighting the crowd and waited until the ducks all got full, so he would have exclusive access to the duck buffet. He was a friend of the duck buffet crew, and they gave him the choicest peanuts. The baby ducks, 2 of them, were seen off in the distance, peeping away with no adult ducks nearby. Were they clones of the real baby ducks? Our investigations continue. The truth is out there. Wake up, America. Wake up, world, before it is truly, irreversibly too late.